Good afternoon. It's Friday, June 24th. This is the BatX Release Show on Covers. I'm your co-host, Josh Ingalls, joined always by Derek Carty himself. We're here every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m., and we're happy to see everybody here today. Last 5 shows, Derek, 11-4, plus 7 units. A couple of those losses were some pretty long odds, stolen base, home runs. So another winning day coming off Wednesday. Plus 18% ROI since May. June's been good to us. How do the markets look today, my friend?
Yeah, the markets look okay today. There's not a whole lot that I love in terms of pitcher props, but there are some good hitter ones out there. So, there's still some good stuff today.
Awesome. We have, in quotation marks, 2 releases today. The second one will be a little interesting. So I don't think we're in the markets aren't moving on these plays, so we're not in a huge rush. So we'll get some time in the release procedure. If you're new to the release show idea concept, this is something that gives bettors a glimpse into what professional betting is really like. The betting media is full of shows that give out picks, but few, if any of them, have influence over the betting market. And we saw that Derek Carty and the BatX certainly have some influence over the market, as I believe our first 2 plays on Wednesday went off the board immediately after releasing. Yeah. So, I mean, I must also preface this. Books will limit players for these types of betting. It just comes naturally with the things. So, I mean, just in case people do get limited, that is part of the process sometimes, and that's one of the reasons why it's good to have as many outs as possible. So in saying that, let's get right to the release procedure. We'll tell you which book has the best odds, give you some time, log in. Then we'll tell you the game we're looking at. Again, give you some more time. Then we'll tell you what prop market we're looking for. Let you scroll down, find it. Then we'll tell you the team, the player, and the over-under on which bet we're playing, and hopefully everybody can get the same number and price. So in saying that, 2 releases. Are you ready, Derek?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Awesome. Release number 1, we are at DraftKings. DraftKings has the best number I hear. I actually believe it's pretty widely available. This is a really interesting play, I think, and I think it's ahead of the market play for sure. The game we're looking at is Dodgers at the Braves. The Los Angeles Dodgers at the Atlanta Braves. Take your time, find over there. Go to the prop market. You can do it a couple different routes. You can go to hits, or you can go to total bases. Both are the same play here. So hits, total bases, Dodgers versus Braves. As producer Mick brings up the hits. For release number 1, we are going Dodgers' Eddy Alvarez under 0.5 hits or total bases at plus 120. Still available there at DraftKings. Eddy Alvarez under 0.5 hits, plus 120. Let us know, where did you get it, what price you got it at in the chat. I mean, we were talking off air quickly before we jumped on here, Derek. This is probably the perfect time to hit this. He's platooning with Thompson now with the Mookie Betts injury. 3 for 19 with the Dodgers, 0 walks, 6 Ks. I mean, it's got the average is 156, his on base is 156. He's nearly 500 games in the minors and just 120 at-bats in the bigs. This is, like you said, a platoon spot that could go either way. He could either come in, sub out, or come in and get his 1 at-bat, which would still make this a valid bet. What do you like here on the projection side of things?
Yeah, like you said, he's not an especially good hitter. Like, he is well below average, and that platoon situation means that he is at extreme pinch hit risk. When he started against righties this year, He's gotten pinch hit for 70% of the time. The bat is projecting 60% going forward, just based on variance and whatnot, which is still just a massive number. He's only being projected here for just under 3 plate appearances. And he's facing a pretty good pitcher in Ian Anderson. So unlikely to see much of the bullpen, probably going to get pulled after that, potentially. So that's really what it comes down to, is that he's not projected for enough volume with that pinch hit risk to be worth, an implied projection of 0.84 here. So bit of a coin flip one, but we're getting, good odds on it, especially when it's a little in our favor on the coin flip, 55%. So this is definitely a good bet. And like you said, Trace Thompson's there. So, that's the guy we would expect to come in, once we see the bullpen.
Nice. And as we see, 10 points already moved. And I think going forward, heading into the weekend series here, we'll see that number kind of settle down in a sense there as the books adjust the numbers after the Dodgers brought in Thompson there to replace with a platoon for the Mookie Betts injury. So I don't think either of those guys will be seeing a full array at bats during the weekend play until at least Mookie gets back. So, all right, 10 points on there already. That's a good start. Jumping over to the second release, DraftKings has the best prices for sure on this play, but it's pretty much widely available, but you're getting some great value at DraftKings for this next play. The game we're looking at, Blue Jays at the Brewers, the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Milwaukee Brewers. 8 o'clock start. If you're at DraftKings, go up to batter props there up at the top. There we go. Scroll down. I believe it's after RBIs, after runs. The market we're looking for is stolen bases. Runs scored, RBIs, stolen bases. There it is. So DraftKings is giving us 4 guys aside on each team, and pretty much the 4 most frequent base stealers for each team. So for release number 2, this one's a little unordinary in our style, but everything here is projecting plus EV. We are splitting a full unit 4 ways. We are going Bo Bichette, Ramel Tapia, Santiago Espinal, and Teoscar Hernandez over 0.5 stolen bases at a quarter unit each. We're hitting all the Blue Jays base stealers on the board here at a quarter unit each. Teoscar, Ramel Tapia, Santiago Espinal, and Bo Bichette over 0.5 stolen bases. Let us know, did you get the price? Where did you get it? If you didn't get it here, let us know in the chat. As always, guys, sorry for the awkward release here, but as Derek certainly knows, when you see plus EV across the board in one market, it's almost worth it at this point to spread it out. And I was telling Derek earlier, most of these prices are derived from the fact team frequency stolen bases. The Jays are not a base stealing team, not as much as other teams, but they have a great matchup today. What does the projection like here, Mr. Carty?
Yeah, I like spreading it out again because these are obviously low occurrence events, stolen bases, but when they happen, the payout is worth it. The matchup here is really good. They're facing Adrian Hauser, who is fairly easy to steal against, and Omar Narvaez is one of the easiest catchers to steal against. Now, we're not assured that Narvaez is going to be the catcher, but I believe it should be him. We really want to see him. But Caratini was in there yesterday, and Caratini usually only plays against lefties anyway. They're facing a righty today. So I think between those two things, we have a pretty strong chance of it being Narvaez, which really strengthens this matchup. It's just the chances of these guys stealing a base against that battery are much higher than these odds indicate. The chances of at least one of these guys getting a steal is about 50-50. But if any of them hit, what did you say the payout for? Or you were
Yeah,
saying
more than 2-1 for sure on that, and as high as
Yeah, so
3-1 for Teoscar on a quarter unit.
right. Yeah, so we're easily making back our money if the value is absolutely there.
Yeah, certainly a low risk play. It's not often you see, I mean, the top 4 guys in a stolen base market with the shortest odds at plus 800. I mean, if Tapia gets on, he could definitely swipe. All these guys are good base runners and can steal. I mean, George Springer's not in the lineup right now, so these are the top 4 base stealers for the Jays. And as you said, Hauser, a good guy to swipe against over his last 9 games, 12 attempted steals, 10 successful stolen bases. And we're not even talking about big names. JT Realmuto swiped 2 in the other game versus Philadelphia. So, I mean, people can get a jump off Hauser. So we're littering the board there, but only risking a full unit there across 4 plays. Sorry to make that one a little awkward on you, but I mean, why not litter the board? We might have to take that approach next time we see Noah Syndergaard too, and especially if this one turns out. But I mean, let's cap off another great week with some big plus money plays there. Absolutely love the Alvarez play, and I think we're about a day and a half ahead of the market before they kind of adjust that, so that's good, and we saw that number. So Eddy Alvarez under 0.5 hits, plus 120, already starting to go down. And then the we'll call it the roulette litter board here. Bo Bichette plus 850, Teoscar Hernandez plus 1200, Tapia plus 800, Espinal plus 1100. All 4 guys with available markets at DraftKings for stolen bases in a plus matchup versus a guy who gives up stolen bases in Adrian Hauser. That will do it for us this week. The Bat X Release Show uncovers with Derek Carty. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Derek Carty. Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here Tuesday at 11 a.m.